Hey everyone, it's Johnny Struggles here. I finally designed my, I guess we'd call it my final hub design. Don't think I can get much better than this. Well, I can get a little bit better. But I've not watched any videos in this game before. This is my second playthrough of the game. It seems like a really good design to me. The only way I can make it better is by pushing the supply away from the hub a little bit to allow the upgrade shapes to come in, to allow more belts of upgrade shapes to come in. But I'm probably not going to do that. Anyway, check it out. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. Alright, so I have some updates. I thought about it a bit and I changed my design. That works even better. I'm liking it much better. And we're now up to level 693. Can't complain about that. So let's start off with the entrance. So first things first, I had one belt, reaching first, and then so things didn't really even out real well, so borrowed some knowledge I picked up in Factorio and made a nice 4-to-4 split or balancer. So no matter what comes in first, it kind of balances out. So then it just becomes whichever belt is closest gets fed the most. So same design as before, just have four of them now. So you have four storage bins for this side, for that side, all the way around it. And then my trigger mechanism on the far right, so the farthest away, these bins get filled up last because of the farthest from where things are coming in. And I put the timer there, so it gives everything else be build up more than what's in these storage bins here. And you'll notice my upgrade and blueprint shapes are shooting in the lanes here. Now when the storage fills up, you'll see these cut off. They'll stop, and everything else will flow through. There we go. So everything, the shapes for the upgrade stopped. And that finishes, and they'll flow again. Yep. Pretty slick. So now I got full flow at 20 per second, which gives me 320 items per second. Right now we're at 170 per second for shapes, and I can right now do 320. So the only way I can really do better than that is by upgrading the belt speed to push it in quicker, which is probably what I'm going to save my updates for. Just do the belt speed. That means that coming in will stay at 20, but things will fill up and then push. Items per second will stay at 20 coming in because I can only produce that amount right now because that's everything's made for. Because I'm only upgrade belts, nothing else. But then here, these numbers should be higher because it should be maxing out from the storage. The only thing I don't know is I might have to increase the time on this to build the storage up more because it might drop so quick or flow so fast that it doesn't have enough time to trigger the higher volume going through it. But we'll see. So anyway, this is working pretty good. This gets up to, I think, 180 or so. The storage gets about 180 before it releases. These others are a little bit higher. I think this is just over 200 on the left side. See, but this works really well. I like this mechanism here. It's a lot better than using a bunch of long belts as a buffer. So let's see here. It should release around 140. See this guy come through here at the end. 145, 150. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to build up a little higher. I hadn't paid attention to all of them, so maybe it is a little bit higher. Okay, this is going to be about 180, 170 something. And I changed this before. I had this belt going all the way up and feeding here and then triggering off here. I just added the item here, what they call it, speed sensor, flow sensor, speedometer. I just call them speedometers. Tells you the flow. I just triggered it here, so I wired the thing on there. So it goes up to my OR gate, and then pushes the signal out. So the one thing I did for these guys, for my shapes, for my upgrades, is I got a filter here, and I got this signal coming in here, which is 0 when there's nothing coming through. So when this triggers, it puts a signal in this as a 1, and when it does that, it sets this as a 1 permanently until everything flows out. So as this is a 0, I have this opposite, what is this exactly called, the NOT gate. So it just flips the signal. If this is 0, it pushes out a 1. If this is a 1, it pushes out a 0. So if this is 0, it says it pushes out a 1, which is true, which allows us to go through the filter. And then when the signal turns to 1, when the actual objects are going to push into the center here, into the hub, this changes to 1, the changes it to a 0, and it stops the flow. And I have these filters closer than the flow from the other filter, so these shapes stop pushing through before these get in there, so it avoids any traffic jams there. These are one space away. I got my 4 shapes. I really don't need the blueprint one. I think the only way I can make this a little bit better would be if I push these guys farther away from the center, my storage bins farther from the center, and then increase my upgrade shapes coming in. Then I can have four of these shapes going in and 4 of these shapes over here going in, and just splice them into the lines. I just need more space to do that. But we're moving pretty quick. 696, 171 per second. So it's going good. I like it. And just letting truck is the only thing I change is this area here, just to make it a little more efficient. Didn't change anything else. And with this design, you only need really one belt coming in, because the one belt will do it. It just takes longer to fill everything up. You just have it split off to all 4 of them, but it'll give you the same flow once the storage is filled. It just takes longer to get there. So with the 4 belts, full belts coming in, it fills up pretty quick. 1 belt per side. It's going pretty good. All right, so that's my update, and we'll see how things go from there. Let it run for all night again, see where we get to. I'm curious to see what happens when I do get to 320. I got some upgrades stocked up here, and I can upgrade a few times here, maybe 5, 6 times maybe. Well, actually, I don't know, because that's right here at this point. When you upgrade, usually it requires more resources, so probably maybe 4 times maybe. We'll see. And that won't give you much. 10 to 10.05, that's not much of a difference. It adds up, but it won't be much. So we'll see how it goes. All right. Good deal. So we are up to level 1,118. Got here pretty quick. But it looks to be locked at 200 items per second. Does not get past that. I checked it earlier, and then soon after, I think it passed 100 levels or so, I've said the same, 200 per second, which I'm kind of bummed about that. I was hoping this would just keep increasing. So I guess we beat the game. I don't know. But I got some upgrades here. I guess I'll just use these upgrades up on the belts. I mean, these things going through pretty quickly now. I guess same time every time it goes through 200 items per second. I really like this design. It works out pretty well, and you don't need 4 belts going in. It just makes it go even quicker the more you have pushing through. Let's see here. Let's do this. Check our belt speed again. We're at 19.99 items per second. Increase that by 0.05. Another 0.05. Another 0.05. And that 0.2 total. I can get more upgrades out of this before we run out of these stars. That's the last one. All right. So almost or 0.4. So many items per second is that now? 20.79. All right. A few more upgrades, we get 21. It's almost not worth it. But anyway, I really like this design. It works out pretty well. I guess that's it. I might let this run a little longer just to have a big number here. I don't know what other reason there would be to do it, but I'm kind of bummed. If this kept increasing, it'd give you a challenge to do your upgrades. But the upgrade's so small, it's almost not really worth it at this point. So I don't know. But right now, I have a limit of 320 items per second when it goes through. Jump ahead here, and next one comes through. We'll see what it shoots up to. But when I check the delivered items, it will hit 320 if the timing is right. And we have 12 belts going in, all at 20 items per second, would be 320. So, I don't know. I'm building up. It goes pretty quick. Let's see, would they say 21 or just 20 still? I really like this little flow trick. You get the upgrade stuff to go through at the same time. And just have them switch off when you get the full flow, max flow delivery. And I like all parts of this. The little timer thing I did, that's pretty good too. I can give one through. Building up there. There we go. Pew! 228. Not quite. It just depends on timing. I don't know how often the game samples it, but still, that's much higher. Well, not much higher, but a few items higher than what it's requiring at the moment. But if it kept going higher, then you'd have to work on your design, and I guess I'd add another thing here so that the storage would build up twice as much, and then release. That way, you'd make sure you hit the maximum threshold of the flow of your speed. But I guess that's it. Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Let me know if you have any suggestions to make this better or anything. I don't know. Thanks everyone. Bye.